Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Buddies, and welcome back to our guide on Rimworld of Magic. Today, we're going to be taking a look at perhaps one of the best known classes from any video game, role-playing game, tabletop, fantasy, anything like that, and that is of course the healer. I'm of course talking about the priest class. Now, the first thing to note about the priest class is that they are incapable of violence. The priest cannot hurt anyone. This is universal to every priest in the game. That may come across as a major drawback, but by taking this oath of nonviolence, the priest gains access to some very unique abilities. Mostly, the ability to outright heal injury.
Dear Mother and Father, I hope this letter finds you well. The men and I have been on the road for many days now, and life at the camp has been busy. Please forgive me for not writing sooner. Our unit has recently befriended a dog, who we've been calling Rufus. He has really raised the men's spirits, and has even come on the morning hunt. He reminds me a bit of Carly. God rest her soul. Chief O'Donnell has told us that we've tracked down the Great Machine with the help of a nearby village, and that we should be upon him tomorrow. As soon as we apprehend it, this nightmare will be over, and I will finally be headed home. 3 months. 3 months too long this thing has been terrorising our people, but I promise I will make you proud. Anyway, I love you. And I'll be home soon. Your son, Hoover.
You may recall that previously, Bugbug's been getting in a lot of fights with Kobolds. And, well, they've all come to this poorly constructed hospital because they're all life-threateningly injured. But this hospital isn't being attacked by Bugbug. No, today, we're gonna save these people because I believe that Bugbug and the Kobolds have just had a horrendous misunderstanding. In order to save as many of these kobolds as possible, we're gonna have to show off our very unique abilities. The first ability I want to look at here is Advanced Heal. This is much like the Paladin's healing ability. The base heal restores 14 health for up to 3 wounds, will immediately seal all bleeding of wounds from missing body parts. This is pretty good, and anyone who's particularly highly injured can be saved almost immediately by this ability. So we're going to go through and see who has the worst injuries.
Dear Mother and Father, I am so sorry. This may be the last chance I have to write to you. The machine, it was too great. The pain is almost unbearable and the doctors don't know what to do. The men, our men, are nearly all dead, burned alive by that metal demon. We found it hiding amongst the hills. It looked like a man, like you, like me, a man made of metal and wood except for its glowing yellow eyes. We tried to reason with it, but it wouldn't have it. As soon as we got command, the thing, it came alive, and in that moment we were all awash in its cruel, raging flames. I'm sorry, I wasn't strong enough. So sorry. Sorry I couldn't stop it. Please just know that I fought my hardest, and though I'm not likely to come home, please don't cry for me. Tell Connor that his big brother died fighting for him, and don't let him think I was weak. I'm sorry. Your son, Hoover.
Carberry here. Looks like you ran into the Pyromancer Bugbug. Oh no. His left pinky was torn off, his left leg shredded, right humerus cracked, shredded almost half of his body. But we're gonna try to save him. Don't worry, Carberry, we got you. Alright, let's see how well we did. We look back at Carberry's health, death in 15 hours still, but many of his injuries have been healed. We're gonna need something a bit more effective, as you can see, to make sure that these kobolds survive. So, Advanced Heal increases the amount each wound is healed by 3 points per level. That's pretty good. This heals 14 right now, so it can heal a maximum of, it looks like 23 for each wound. Efficient healing, of course, reduces the mana cost for healing, while deep healing increases the maximum number of wounds healed. I think I would always prioritize deep healing here, as you want to heal as many injuries as possible. But, as you can see, there's a lot of kobolds here. We're gonna need to heal many people, and in order to do that, we have to look at the Healing Circle ability. Healing Circle creates a field of light that heals friendly pawns. Within it, the base ability heals 1 wound by 10 for each pawn healed. Cannot heal injuries of missing body parts, unfortunately. So, as you level up the base ability, it increases the range and the radius. Soothing Waves increases the duration as well as the amount healed per wound. High Tide increases the number of injuries healed. And then Efficient Circle, of course, reduces the mana cost. So let's go ahead and level this up all the way to see if we can't save us some Kobold. Alright, we got the maximum level Healing Circle, and it looks like we can hit the entire room with it. As you can see, the room starts to glow, and everybody, or many people, are slowly coming back to health. They're even completing construction on the hospital itself, which is great. But look at that, one guy is still down. What's happening? His right hand has been completely torn off. So we're gonna need Bugbug to have just a bit more mana to deal with this. Oh no! It looks like Bugbug couldn't get to him in time in order to save Hoover's life. This allows us to introduce the pinnacle ability of the priest character. You see, priests are able to revoke death itself. So, if we just walk up to Morrison here, or if we just walk up to Hoover here, rise once more from your grave. And we see with a beam of light cast down upon him, Hoover has returned to us. Now, Hoover is still a little worse for wear, as he's suffering through resurrection sickness, and this will last days. But I guess it's a little better to have somebody suffering through resurrection weakness than it is to have them outright dead.
Dear Mother and Father, the doctors tell me I should write home, but I barely know what to say. Nothing makes sense. Nothing is clear. I remember lying in bed, and the pain in my hand was unbearable. A fire reaching into my very core, and it all just faded away. I remember a field, and Grandma was there, and Carly. They were so happy to see me, and finally I felt it. What it meant to be free. No pain, no hunger, a million petty desires of mind and body had just disappeared. I knew the joys of love in the light of a world beyond this one, where our lost clutch formed a great, magnificent circle and sang our praises. But the Great Machine was not done tormenting me. It came back and dragged me away from our family, dropping me in the mud. I will be coming home soon. Chief O'Donnell says I'll be placed into a King George's facility until they're convinced I can re-enter society. But it won't be much longer. It can't be. Your son, Hoover.
Bugbug is going to be responsible for helping these people get back on their feet after the massive amounts of death of their chieftains, of their people, and in order to help with that, we have abilities such as Bestow Might, which blesses a character's physical capabilities, decreases the amount of pain they feel, and increases the physical demand. So, Carberry here, whom we saved earlier, goes from having 100% capability in everything except for manipulation. We use Bestow Might on them. They now have 142% movement speed, 144% manipulation, 100% talking, eating, and blood pumping. This helps them fight off diseases and so on. And let's see how fast they move. Look at that zippy little kobold. Bestow Might can only be improved with reducing its mana cost, as well in increasing its overall efficiency by increasing the level of the ability itself. At its highest level, Carberry here will go from 100% to a whopping 200% movement speed and 210% manipulation. Manipulation, of course, being the ability that dictates how fast you do jobs and so on. So, let's see how fast the zippy little kobold goes now. Look at him absolutely dash. Important things to note with Resurrection. Resurrection will down the priest for some time, and it also lowers the skills and abilities of the person resurrected. In order to mitigate these factors, you have Graceful Resurrection, increases the chance to prevent resurrection side effects by 10% and reduces skill loss by 10%. Guiding Light reduces mana cost, but also reduces the amount of skill experience lost by 2% per skill level. So this is just a genuinely good class. Alright, so Bugbug has left the kobolds for a couple of days and come back to check in on them, and unfortunately, things are a little bit worse for wear. Dealing with the after effects of a major war and devastation of their people, many have fallen despondent, fallen into drug use. There's sickness and disease all throughout, as you can see. Many people have become infected, and Happy here, well, they're addicted to Luciferum now. There are a few who only use Smoke Leaf, and you know, Smoke Leaf isn't so bad. Decreasing pain, I mean, that's pretty good. If you're going to be using anything to deal with the after effects of a major war caused by, you know, somebody making a guide to the various classes of Rimworld of Magic, Smoke Leaf is probably okay. But some have become addicted to things like Go Juice, Psychite, and even Wake Up. But Bugbug is prepared to handle at least some of this. He's got the ability Purify. This invokes holy power to purify scars on the mind, the body, and the soul. So what this does is it can cure addictions, it can cure scars and injuries, and it can even solve long-term brain damage caused by things like insectoid acid. Burning Purity increases the effectiveness of Purity. Scars are healed by 2 points, plus 2 times skill level. Brain injuries require a skill level of 1 or greater, and heals 1 point per level. So that's pretty good. Physical conditions such as blindness or carcinoma can be healed or reduced depending on the skill level. If the power of the Purify is not enough to cure the condition outright, multiple uses of Purify can be used to reduce then cure the condition. So this just stacks points in case the condition is severe. Comprehensive Purity, however, is the one we really want to focus on, as this increases the list of abilities that can be cured, starting with things like cataracts, hearing loss, toxic buildup, smoke leaf, and alcohol addiction. So these are the lowest level addictions that Purify can fix. It moves all the way up to brain, heart, and paralysis, and being able to cure Luciferum addiction. One of the great things about this ability is that it's a right-click ability, which means if Bugbug detects any of the things he can heal, he'll go through and he will heal them. So, we're going to kick this ability up to its highest level and just watch Bugbug work. Oh, we got someone. So, Armstrong here is no longer addicted to Psychite, which is really good. Psychite addiction can ruin lives. As you can see, Purify has a very long cooldown, 600 seconds, so 10 minutes cooldown. If you're having a crisis, having more than one priest can really help, but even just the one is useful. The person we really need to watch out for here is Happy, who's addicted to Luciferum, and the need for that is just going to go up over time. if we're really going to get these people back on the path to prosperity, we've got to help them get past and get rid of the harder drugs here. The go juice, the wake up, the psychite. But really, they have to make that choice. The only thing Bugbug here can do is make sure that they're not going to ruin their society and kill their people with the use of Luciferum. So, Bugbug, how about we get rid of him? Alright, so the Luciferum's been disposed of. Now we just have to wait for Purify to come back up so that we can cure Happy of their Luciferum need, and hopefully the Kobolds will, in time, decide whether or not they want to be done with the use of Go Juice, Psychite, and Wake Up. Okay, so the circumstance is a bit worse than I even realized, because not just is this guy experiencing Luciferum addiction, but he's also got an extreme infection, sitting at 79%. So, Bugbug, are you ready? Looks like it. Alright. Let's save Happy. Oh? Ooh! That didn't save him. Oh no. Well, I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Well, we couldn't save Happy, but let's see what happens when we bring them back to life. Happy, are you back? Oh. You're currently blind. Well, currently blind in both eyes, but you're no longer suffering through an infection. You still have the Luciferum addiction. Hopefully we can fix that here in a bit. Alright, so, this colony's been rapidly cycling out of control, but we need to save Happy, at least. Come on. Don't let Luciferum control you, Happy. Oh, of course, we got rid of the, well, we cured the blindness. Alright, so what do I think about the priest? The priest is a fairly generic class. With abilities like Advanced Heal and Purify, you can keep a colony going for quite some time, although it seems that this one is trapped in a bit of a spiral. Healing Circle allows you to recover from great battles very, very quickly, as you saw here. The Priest requires a fair amount of investment to reach their maximum potential, and you'll have to really decide if you think Healing Circle or Advanced Healing is better. When there's a rash of infections going throughout, allowing your doctors to have a priest mixed in with them allows you to quickly address individual infections, though of course it won't fix all of them. The Priest is an essential class if you're going to be playing with Rimworld of Magic in any sort of long-term play. Oh, there went Hoover. That was the first person we saved, wasn't it? How'd they die? Yeah, the Kobolds haven't made their own food yet. So that's gonna be it for now. If you're interested in Rimworld of Magic, I'll leave a link down in the description for both Rimworld of Magic and Cures classes. As well, I now have a playlist for the guide, so you can skip around between all of the classes that I've already covered. You can also join the Discord, where we like to talk about Magic, Rimworld of Magic, modding, and Magic and video games in general. I also try to stream at least 3 nights a week between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Twitch, so you can join us there. Or I always use Rimworld of Magic because it just adds so much to the game. In the meantime, though, just remember, nobody's cares. Thank you very much and good night. Hey there guys, so I'd just like to thank Andrew and Charlie over at Kamina for helping me out with the script on the letters home. It was a lot of fun working with them, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and check them out over at Kamina. Thanks!